Shalom, peace, and blessings. I am Moshe Ben Yasharel, your hostess with the mostest, and I'm back with another word of wisdom. Um, so as I, began to ponder, upon the word, because the thing with the word is that we have to be consistent. It's not something that, and it's a struggle, being consistent. It's a struggle, with everyday life, the duties and responsibilities of everyday life, setting aside time to uh, seek the face of the Most High. A lot of the times we just seek the hand. It's always what can we get, from the Most High. We want a house and we want a car because, under these false, teachings, these prosperity gospel, everything is about, uh, money, money, money. You know, you pay your tithes. You know, you'll get you gonna get a house. You gonna get a new job. You gonna get this. You gonna get that. And so, what we have to understand also is that the devil, or Hasatan, he also comes as an angel of light. So he also gives gifts. Because a lot of the times, those jobs take us away from, our responsibility and duty that we have to the Most High first, spiritually. And so, it is very imperative, that, we stay persistent and consistent, because the enemy wants to get you away from the word. He wants to get you out of the word. And growing up, I didn't really understand that, because I didn't really prioritize life. It was more about, my loyalty to my friends, or my loyalty to the bag, my loyalty to, my career, and my job, and not understanding that, that my loyalty was first to the word. And so, that's why the word says, in him we live, we move, and we have our very being, and it's just like a tree planted in, in the soil. If you take that tree out of the soil, it's gonna die. If you take a fish out of the water, it's gonna die. If you take anything out of its environment, it's gonna die. And so the word is our soil. The word is what we are rooted and grounded in. And so, like I said, because of this prosperity preaching, a lot of people have lost the integrity and the morale that the word really teaches. The word, it says to seek ye first the kingdom of Elohim, and all these things shall be added unto you. Instead, people are seeking the things before they seek the mind of the Most High. And what does the Most High require of us as people? That's why the word is there. That's why the commandments are there, because the word and the commandments teach us how to treat each other, how to love each other. We're living in perilous times in the world where people, it's just like, when you driving on the highway, and you're merging, a lot of people don't really need their licenses, you know what I'm saying? Because they don't know how to drive, and that's life. In life, you got to learn how to drive. You got to learn how to be selfless and not selfish. You got to learn how to, allow others to, get on the highway. For the lack of words, I was looking for a better word, but you know, you got to allow others to merge on the highway. You know, when they on the highway driving, you know, and somebody's getting on, it got the merge sign. You know, it's like look like that. You know what I'm saying? And the car is getting on, and instead of getting over in the other lane and leaving the lane open for somebody to get on, they're driving that lane in the merging lane, knowing they coming up on a section of the highway where people are trying to get on. Because, you know, we live in a world where we don't think about each other. You know, all we think about is to hurt, and how we can it's funny, it's a dove in front of me. I can't get a picture of it. I'm gonna take a picture of it probably after I get off, but it's a dove in front of me. It's beautiful. The Most High, he speaks in a lot of ways. But anyway, let me finish my message. I'm getting off track. But you know, we have to learn to be selfless in life. You know, we gotta learn how to, be happy for others, to see others winning. You know, to be happy that others is winning. That's how you win. You know, when you are, there's two frequencies, love and hate, positive and negative, and these, if you're operating in that vibration, that high vibration of love, you're going to prosper. I think it's 2 John 1 and 2 or something like that, to be in health and prosper even as your soul prospers. So as you begin to love, as you begin to be happy for others, then that's how you increase. But when you constantly hating and I hope he failed, that's going to come back to you. Those words going to go out, and those words are going to come back to you. Whatever you're sending out here in what they call the universe, I don't like to say that, I don't like to get into the new age and none of that. But I'm getting into what my subject is, or what the message is about, the message of wisdom, and so what you put out in this world is going to come back to you. The problem with people is, they like to do things and then play victim. They like to cause drama and trauma and cause turmoil in your life. And then when things happen, they play victim. But if you would just be on the right path and do what's right by people, the world would be a better place. But you got people in power that are doing things, that are literally doing things. I'm going to get into the message. I ain't going to give it away because, somebody might come behind me and, try to take, my little message and try to see. But, I'm going to surprise you. But anyway, my point is this, is Yahushua HaMashiach said they called him good. And Yahushua HaMashiach was like, why do you call me good? For there is none that is good. So he asked them the question, why you calling me good? I ain't nothing about me good. Because, in the flesh, there is nothing good about us, because the flesh craves for the things of the world. The flesh craves for material things. The flesh is, that's why the word says that the heart of man is desperately wicked. This is why Yahushua HaMashiach said that why do you call me good? Because he knew that he was living in the flesh. And as long as we are in this flesh, there is nothing good about none of us. And we have to understand that. It's only when we live in the spirit. You see what I'm saying? And that dove represents the spirit. That's why, see, a lot of people, they can only see things from the surface because, they don't, outside of church, they don't have a relationship with them. Outside of church, they go Sunday, pay their tithes, which is the worship of the sun god Nimrod. They go Sunday, and pay their tithes and think that that's going to get them in heaven and they're going to be blessed because, they paying their tithes, but they not living nothing. They living in sin 6 days a week, collecting sin 6 days a week, and then on a profane day, then they want to try to release their sins. But this work is calls for us to do the work 6 days a week, to be consistent, reading, praying, fasting. This is a job. This is a job within itself. But that's why, Yahushua HaMashiach said that. Why do you call me good? That's why the words say there is no rest for the wicked. Because when you out here living in the world, you constantly looking over your shoulder, trying to avoid the police, because you out here doing wrong. You trying to avoid, other certain type of people. You trying to avoid the penitentiary. You trying to avoid, jail. You trying to avoid, getting taken advantage of by a woman. You trying to avoid all these things. You constantly looking over your shoulder. You got no rest. But that's why Yahushua HaMashiach said, to come to me, all ye who are heavy burdened and laden, and I'll give you rest. Because when he understood that you have to be living in the word, the spirit. That's why when he was baptized in the water represents the word, and the Jordan represents death. So he had to die to his flesh before he could even go into his ministry. He was baptized in the Jordan, in the water, because the word, the commandments will kill the flesh. And then the dove ascended, the spirit. So he was walking in the spirit. And that's the same thing that we have to be baptized in the word. I'm a firm believer that, water baptism can't save you, because it's a lot of people that get baptized and they still be acting like the devil. I'm just a firm believer that, even if the Most High, as a memorial, I don't think that can save you. I don't think that, I only think that was the, that was the remedy at the time. That's what I think. I don't, Paul said, he baptized, people, but he regretted that he even baptized people. But, I'm not saying that you shouldn't be baptized. I'm just saying that I don't think that it can save you. I think that, the word, being baptized in the word, being immersed in the word is what saves you. It's how you, like I said, it's how you receive the spirit, because the word goes in you. The word you're ingesting the word. And so what goes in you comes out of you. You see what I'm saying? And that's what, I think it was Paul was talking about when he was saying that, it's, or no, it was Yahusha that said that, excuse me, that said, it's not what goes in a man that defiles a man, but what comes out of him. Because a lot of times we're subjected to a lot of things. And so, you have to be rooted and grounded and consistent in this word in order to fight against the evils of this world. So the message of this message of wisdom is, there is nothing good in the flesh. It's only through the spirit that we can live holy, that we can, and holy means to be separate. So, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for viewing my channel. Thank you for all my subscribers. Share with a friend, comment, and have a blessed day. Shalom, peace and blessings.